Hey guys, what's up? What's Gump here? And today I'm going to be looking at and sharing some unfortunate gaming news. As you can see by the headline, I recently discovered this like a minute ago that appears that Microsoft has closed three gaming development companies, specifically Arkane Austin in Texas, Tango Gameworks, and then more Bethesda related companies. So as you can see, this article was made by Wesley Yin Poole, and basically Microsoft has gone the concerning route of closing three gaming development companies, as people know, like the makers of Redfall, Hi-Fi Rush, and others. It says here they cut them because of devastating cuts. Usually, when I see something like this, it's more concernful of whether it was a budget thing or whether it's because of just like this weird phenomenon going on in the video game industry where you see these video game companies and they're being like laid off or they're closed like even after like several games, and it's because of like other things. And also Alpha Dog Studios, makers of mobile game. Uh, Roundhouse Games will be absorbed by Elder Scrolls Online developers, ZeniMax Online Studio. Microsoft did not say how many staff lost their jobs. Um, yeah, like this right here, everyone knows from last year when Redfall came out, it really was a mess. It was glitchy, it was broken on performance, it wasn't doing that good. It was just like a weird fiasco because Arcane Austin, these people like made The Evil Within. They made like two horror games and such, so it's kind of like weird to see them go away, and it's just like what has been going on behind the scenes, In an email sent by Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game Studios, Microsoft blamed the cuts on reprioritization of titles and resources, whatever that could mean. Basically, they're saying we're sharing changes to these teams, blah blah blah, prioritizing, blah blah. To double down on these franchises, we need to invest to build new ones. Require us to look at businesses. Here are some changes. So they're closing Arcane Studio, um, Alpha Dog Studios, Tango Gameworks, Roundhouse Games. Roundhouse Games will be joining ZeniMax Online. Um, I don't know. It's just like questionable decisions. Whatever they mean by reprioritization of titles and resources. So I guess they're like trying to shift the management at these gaming studios to like focus on like new, more ambitious titles. Because we already saw from the the what was it called, the Xbox like gaming conference or whatever back in January, February, when they were showing like new games like the new Indiana Jones game, the new Obsidian game, and all that. So I don't know. It's just a weird questioning a matter because these people like literally had jobs and now they don't like anymore. Um, these changes are not a reflection of the creativity and skill of the talented individuals, of the teams, or the risks. They try to look at new things. I acknowledge that these changes are also disruptive to the various teams. We are also making tough decisions to create capacity to increase investment in other parts of our portfolio. And it's weird because Bethesda was like one if not like the biggest gaming like companies that Microsoft bought like a few years ago for like $1 billion, and also like everything that was associated with it. And I feel like we need to discuss like Microsoft's whole monopoly going on because ever since they started buying video games, these like companies and other things, like there's been like a huge shift of like layoffs and like new management and everything because recently they bought Activision Blizzard, and with that they like cut like a whole QA testing team from Diablo or whatever from Activision Blizzard side, and that really messed with the gaming environment of those companies. And I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know of. Um, oh yeah, if anyone was curious, Arcane Lion is safe. They haven't been affected. So these are the makers of Dishonored 1 and 2, all those other games. Yeah, this is basically like a list of like all the other gaming companies that are safe. Arkane Lion, Bethesda Game Studios, id Software, Machine Games, ZeniMax Online Studios, and Bethesda as a whole. Um, Microsoft's announcement of the cuts at Bethesda come over 3 months after the company announced plans to cut 1,900 staff. Oh my god, that is insane. That is actually insane. Like, it is so hard being a video game developer in the year 2024 because not only are you risking your whole entire career, you're also risking like your yourself because you may never know if tomorrow is going to be your last day or not because so many gaming companies are being laid off because of resources, because of sales, because of not meeting quotas with their higher ups or the publishers, and it's just like it's just unfortunate. Like sadly, like I feel bad for like anybody that has to deal with any of this in gaming development. And there's been so many games like over the past like 70 years or so that it's not like not even funny. Like video games are a disposable product. People make video games every day, every hour, every year. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Yeah, video games are like made every year, and when it comes to video game companies like Tango Gameworks under the Bethesda umbrella, under the Microsoft umbrella, it really is like a tragedy to see these people being let go off because they worked their asses in this industry. They worked really hard to make the games they want. Like Hi-Fi Rush was one of those games that I really was fond of. Like that was like one of the most impressive and like attention grabbing new IPs that Microsoft has ever produced because it was like made with passion. It was made with soul. They really knew what they were doing. Like it wasn't like another cash grab or like a sequel bait, like Call of Duty or anything. It really was a out of the ordinary like game. And because now that like people can be able to play Hi-Fi Rush on like the Switch or PlayStation, I mean it really is just like devastating and questioning why Microsoft does this. But, like, I don't know, like this is just something we're not gonna have to see. It's questionable. It is quite disappointing. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll figure out like what Microsoft is cooking up because next month is going to be the Xbox Games Conference or whatever showcase, whatever you call it, and the main highlight for that is going to be Call of Duty because there's like rumors that it's going to be like Black Ops 6 or something like that. But yeah, in conclusion, Microsoft has closed these three gaming companies because of quote unquote reprioritization and what was it of titles and resources. So I guess they just didn't want to focus on like making expendables, or anything. That's up to me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment to this channel, and let me know what your thoughts are on the situation. This has been Woodscump, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.